All right, so question number 7, homework 3.3. Things to note, this employment in thousands is important because that means this number right here is 1,000 times bigger than it appears based on that right there. So that's really 14,336,123. Oops, didn't come out very well. 1, 2, 3, because of the in thousands up there. Where they're then giving me the percent change to figure out 2018. So that percent change is telling me how to get the rise. So if I'm interested in the total healthcare, then the rise from 2008 to 2018 is going to be 2.5%, or sorry, 22.5% times that number right there, the 14,336,000. So I'm going to whip out my calculator to get that. So calculator. So 22.5% means divide by 100. This has a percent button I could have used, but not all calculators do. So that's the percent as a decimal. And I want to multiply that by the given number of people. So that was what, 14,336,123. Did I type that right? Yeah, and one thing I like about Desmos is they put little spaces in between where we'd usually put a comma, which is cool. Okay, so I'm getting 3,225,600. So this calculation right here is 3,225,600, and that's my rise, right? That's the increase in the number of people. To get the slope, I need to use the run also, which would be the time period. So my run here is 10 years. So my slope then would be the number of people I calculated, so the percent times the amount, keeping in mind it's thousands. So 3,225,600. And on my paper, I usually put commas to make sure I didn't mistype something or miswrite something, over 10, right? And that's people per year. And I can reduce that because 10 will divide into that nice. So I could say it's 3,225,6,0, right? Because the 10 divides in there. And let's put a comma, people per year. So that's my slope. And this is the part people usually have the hardest time with on this problem, identifying that. Let me double check the rest of the question. I think that should put us on the right track. All right, based on this prediction, how many healthcare workers will the United States need in 2018? Okay, so I did some work towards that. They wanted me to tell that number in words. They want, on average, how many healthcare workers will be added each year during this period. So that's the slope I just found. It's the slope. And then they want me to come up with an equation. Okay, so I didn't do this one right here. So again, to do that part right there, I use the percent, and that this number here was in thousands to tell me how many more workers are needed. And then if I add that back onto the original amount, I'll get the new amount for 2018. So let's look at my notes to get that right. So I calculated my rise here. So that's the increase from 2008 to 2018. There we go. And so if I put this together with that, I can get the total number for 2018. So in 2018, starting with 14,336,000, I add on the 10-year increase, which was based on that percentage of 3,225,600. And this altogether is going to be the total number for 2018 once I put all that together. For the last question, as far as an equation goes, let's see what letters they wanted. They want W for workers and T. And this just says numbers of workers, right? It doesn't say thousands of workers. So that means I have to use my new bigger numbers. And T is the years after 2008. So if T equals 10, that would be 10 years later, which would be 2018. Okay, let's put that all together. Let's see, I'm gonna go, I can squeeze that in here. All right, so I usually like to write, let me put it in different spots, put it up top. Y equals mx plus b. And they're telling me to use W for workers and a T for the years after 2008. So that's an important note to make somewhere. W total workers, T is not the year, but years after 2008. My slope I've calculated, that's that number right there. So I'm going to get W equals 322,560. That gets multiplied by T, and then plus where we started. And we started with that amount in 2008. 14,336,000. So that should be my equation. So what I want to do next is double check that that matches my calculation here to see if it's right. So if I let T equals 10, that would be 10 years later. Which should give me 2018. So why do I write a 5? That was weird. So if I plug in 10 here, that's going to tell me what's going on in 2018. So I want to compare that calculation to this calculation to see if they match. Let's get a calculator. See if I can type all that correctly. All right, so I started with 14,336,000, and I'm adding on the increase that I calculated based on the percentage. So if I add on the 3,225,600, this tells me that there should be 17,561,600 in 2018. Now I also have a formula. The formula said to take 332,560 times the number of years that went by plus the amount in 2008. That would be the 14,336,000, and they match. Whew. I did it right.